So contouring is just a really powerful tool to use on the face. I think it's what makes good makeup and great makeup. It changes. The only thing that does freak me out a little bit is a lot of the Instagramming where they literally get grease paint and paint their face. I would never do that in an editorial situation. I would never put that much makeup on. So to me, it's about the subtleties. And contouring I kind of do first because it gives me this pull in the face and that gives me the guide for eye makeup. So I use a cheekbone brush, and product-wise, I haven't found a contouring cream that I like. So what I do is actually mix the Kryolan Ultra, and I mix a creamy white, not quite white, but the creamy color and a really dark one to make a gray, like a gray grease foundation. People who have cheekbones have a shadow under their cheek. They don't have bronzer under the cheek, they have a shadow. So the color's got to look like a shadow. I just put the product on the tip of the brush here and 2 or 3 strokes and it blends. And there's a line, corner of the lip, top of the ear. I start right up at the ear, right up here. Don't start here, because if you have a tight ponytail, there's a whole piece you'll have missing. Right up there. And with the right brush, 1 or 2 strokes should be done. Really, really subtly. I need a bit more product. So basically, you're creating a triangle that's like 1 centimetre to nothing. You should not see where contouring ends. If you want to make the face look contoured and thinner, if you've got someone who's got really big cheekbones, you come in, you'll contour, but you can also round as well. And what that will do is give you a cheekbone, but also make the cheeks a little bit smaller. Now, for makeup artists out there to be extra, extra perfect, take a angle brush with just whatever foundation you've used. So I've just got MAC Face and Body. And just to make sure it goes to nothing, because sometimes your own eyes can't see that detail, like a scissor, I will just go below and above that contour line to make sure it's blending to a point. So my contour's here, just to make sure it disappears to nothing. This is a good trick. I'm gonna shade here. Jawline, I'm gonna shade. She doesn't really need a lot of jawline shading because she's pretty amazing. But for jawline, chin dead straight. Models will do that to help you, but that doesn't help at all. So this is a shading brush. So all these brushes are shaved to a point. So you just put the product on the point, and then by adding the pressure is what blends them. So with jawline shading, basically from chin to ear, that line should be dead straight. It shouldn't, it's not, essential, but it makes them look stronger when that line's straight. So chin straight, I'm just gonna come right through there. I'm gonna go a little bit darker, just for the camera, so you can see that. And I'll even lightly darken that cheekbone up for you as well. So just in here. And if you've got time, you will have time, blend it down like that. But after you finish the jawline contouring, get your model to do a double chin and make sure it's not too obvious. So I would soften that down a little bit, but just for camera so you can see. My most important contour line is the eye area. So nostrils, eye corner. So nostril, eye corners, and just look dead straight. And I'm gonna just look straight ahead. I'm gonna contour through the eyebrow bone and through that temple. And what this does, when you hit the eyebrow bone, it pushes it back. I very rarely, you'll see, highlight that area, I'll explain later. But nose, eye corners and out. And what's awesome about this area of shading, it lifts the eye, it gives you more of a cheekbone because the shading pushes this in, but it gives you a great line for your eyeshadow to follow into. I think it's important that I love when eyeshadow blends into this amazing nothingness. So it gives you a really good guide. And then around the forehead, the reason we do this, a sign of youth, is a rounded forehead. So the younger you are, the more rounded we tend to be. As we get older, we flatten out. So rounding up through here, be careful on blonde hair. You don't want to put it through the hair. If you get through the hair, just a bit of Kryolan on a cotton pad will take it out. And the other thing too, when you shade here, this is actually how you tan someone. You don't tan someone, people don't get tanned on the cheeks, they actually get tanned in the hairline. And you can probably see just by only doing one side of the face that she actually looks more brown there than she does there, and I've only shaded the hairline.